All right, and also remember that when we worked with Mrs. Heiss, we've already read this story into The Poison Cloud. So we're just going to be reading sections, important sections, highlighting those important sections on what those literal and inferential questions. So here we go. And you guys are doing a really good job being focused and putting your best effort into your learning. So here we go. All right, so something we're going to be discussing, what is the difference between literal and inferential questions? How can you answer those literal and inferential questions and apply what you already know, okay? All right, so as we read, there's going to be those two types of questions. One that have those clear answers already in the text that makes us think deeper. So we're going to be able to break this down so you guys have a better understanding of what those literal and inferential questions are, okay? So let's start with literal. Literal questions are right in the text, like basically think about detective like being a detective and investigating, right? So we are going to basically pay out like we're being detectives and trying to figure out what is the author trying to prove. What it like how can we figure out those are literal or inferential questions? Inferential questions will make you read between the lines, like the detective making an educated guess based on clues. For example, if we have Lena ran out of the room, slamming the door behind her. So our literal question would be like, why did Lena leave the room? Or inferential, and then our inferential question would be, why do you think Lena was upset? So our literal is always that what, those what questions, when, where. Our inferential is always that why and that how. So digging a little bit deeper into finding out what the author is trying to have us prove in the text. All right, so again, literal questions are the most basic level of questioning that are located in the text, and those and they only have one full sentence. The inferential questions require a little bit of more of that critical thinking skills and also more searching, so more investigating. So our key words that can help us for inferential will be that why or how, okay? And they're usually 2 to 3 sentences for our response. All right, so these are, this will give you a little bit of a better visual on like the different types of literal and inferential questions. Our literal is going to be, you can answer often to be directly quoted from the text. That would be our what, where, and when. And then our inferential, you must read between the lines to find out the answer in the text. That could be our whys and our hows, right? Remember when Mrs. Heiss, we did a lot of cause and effect. We also have done sequencing. We've done text structure. That kind of correlates with this literal and inferential questions as well. All right. So now we are going to read important sections on in the article of Garrett Morgan, okay? And you guys are doing a really good job. Does anyone have any questions for me so far? Yes. So when we are when we're trying to figure out those literal questions, we're going to answer by what are those what questions? Good job. And for inferential, we would ask like, why do I need to, go to the store? Things like that. So we're going to ask, can we stop? Because I'm getting a little